A warning, brave adventurer. This episode of Echoes of Honor may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. My voice broke then. That's first for a couple of years. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Lost Archives. We are very excited to be diving back in with Echoes of Honor. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. Super quick announcements before we start. Ash is unable to join us because he is a little bitch. I don't think we need any more context on that. That's all we need to say on that matter.
Alaran's autobiographical.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be playing the character of Alaran tonight. Ash is caught up with parent-teacher conferences. It does sound like they'll be taking him till late, and I think his voice, from the sounds of it, has not survived the 6 hours, 7 hours he's had to tell parents that their little darlings are tiny little shit instead. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll let him have tonight off. So I'll play the character of Alaran tonight. The other quick announcements, Esoteric Ebb, I have recorded the last episode. They will be coming out over the course of this week. Perfectly timed, obviously intentional and not just a stroke of good luck. Perfectly timed that Subnautica 2 will be dropping into early access right before the last episode of Esoteric Ebb. So we will be flowing straight from Esoteric Ebb into Subnautica 2. I am very, very excited. I have got confirmation that Subnautica 2 will be launching with multiplayer in the first release of early access. The multiplayer is stable and they've got it working from the very first release, which is absolutely fucking amazing of them, and I'm super hyped. No, Haz looks concerned and not convinced.
I mean, just Subnautica early access and stable just aren't really known for being.
I don't know. To be fair, Subnautica always I don't know if you remember way back the original early access. It was always pretty good. I never had any major crashes. Did I have incredibly funny bugs? Yes, I did all the fucking time. When I fell through the land, that was
excellent. Who didn't phase through the floor?
Exactly. But then I also get that sometimes when I'm playing a fully released 15-year-old Bethesda game. So, I don't know, maybe I can't judge a time.
Hey, not fully released. Fully released 15 times 15-year-old.
Yeah. When it's been optimized to run on my fucking Samsung smart fridge and I still have the same glitch where I can't find the Stones of Baranzar properly. I don't know. Maybe there's some comments there.
Is part of the charm of a Bethesda game, though. That's the charm.
That's the charm. So Subnautica 2 will be coming out. I will obviously be doing a playthrough. I would love to have some people join me for a little multiplayer madness with that at some point too. So I'll keep you guys posted on progress with that. And that is all the fun news and stuff to share before we jump in tonight. Anything else fun before we do our recap and dive into the session? No, everyone looks happy. Sweet.
I'm wearing my Lost Archives merch.
You are. You're very, very good. I'm wearing other Lost Archives merch, but I would have to take other clothes off to show you, because it's Lost Archives underwear, so I guess we'll save that for later.
The old Lost Archives G-string, the classic item.
Yeah, you should see where the knot goes. All right, let's do our recap and let's start the session. Previously, our story has been following the survivors of a brutal attack on a Bethab caravan heading from Alethkar to the Shattered Plains. Neivien, Rav-eth, Alaran, Ztar, and Hula have found themselves embroiled in the political machinations of the Aelthi from the moment they arrived at the war camps, drawn into investigating a deeper conspiracy involving a mysterious group of Light Eyes calling themselves the Sons of Honor. The group have now officially joined the Bethab warcamp, Alaran taking on the role of examiner for the High Prince as part of an alliance to try and uncover the link between House Thanadel and these Sons of Honor. Having captured and interrogated the assassins sent after them by this group, the team are now following up on a number of leads. Bright Lady Ralanat, the leader of the attacked caravan, is apparently hiding out in Aladar's warcamp, disguised as a minor Light Eyes. The assassins that were sent after the team and the other survivors were hired at an alehouse in the outer market called the Diving Sky Eel. Ztar's infiltration of Thanadel's warcamp also indicated that both Thanadel and the High Prince High Prince Thanadel and Bright Lord Rezi may have ties to the Sons of Honor as well. And finally, there is also clearly a link between Nevien's mistress, Bright Lady Nivesh, and the group, with some plan involving the Queen Mother Navani also at play. Deciding to chase down Ralanat first, Rav-eth, Hula, and Alaran met with High Marshal Peligan of Bethab's warcamp to discuss options with him for approaching Aladar. Meanwhile, Ztar made his way to the outer market and secured supplies for the team, re-establishing links with Gark and his new storefront, the Hidden Gem Heart. We left off last session, as the team reunited and travelled to the front gate of Aladar's warcamp, surprised to find the camp open to all and seemingly a much more chaotic setup than Bethab's. We dive straight back in. As all of you make your way into the war camp, as I described previously, the camp is this open, almost marketplace looking setup. You can see that there are soulcast buildings that are designed as storefronts, as alehouses, as meeting places. Aladar has converted more than 50% of his camp into a public area. The military section's cordoned off towards the south end of the camp. The walls of the crater that the camp is sitting in, having been soul cast into to create even more housing, recessed into the crater walls. It is chaotic. There are people coming and going, people of all different types. You have to step to the side of the gatehouse as a chull, dragging massive logs behind it, steps through, being led by a complete mental blank on the Lopin's people. A Hadazian man sitting on the back, his crystal nails tapping a tune into the shell of the chull as he whistles through the gap in his front teeth, directions to the lumbering creature. With the camp before you, you know it is going to be complicated and tricky to try and locate and find this bright lady Ralanat, who is currently using a disguise as far as you're aware, and at least keeping her name and identity hidden while she stays inside Thanadel's warcamp. It is immediately apparent to you why she has come here. To be lost amongst the crowd and confusion here, she has been very clever indeed. So, I hand over to all of you as you stand just inside the front gates of the warcamp, the chaos and confusion in front of you. What would you like to do?
As we were walking over, I would have probably been thinking about the... you remember that broken span reed that I got way back in the beginning?
Yeah, that you got from Ralanat's stuff. It was amongst her possessions.
Yeah, and we used that once to try and get some info. And from memory, I was told to go back to the safe house as
correct.
Thinking. So, in thinking about that, is there some sort of check I can make? Do I think it's likely that the safe house is where she's gone to and is where she's laying low at the moment, or has she kind of moved on from that to hiding out, doing her own thing?
Yeah, do you want to make a deduction check for me, Neivien, based on the information that you have, based on your own experiences, your training with your mistress in espionage and counter-espionage? Which I'm not saying is substantial.
It is not substantial.
As a side question to that, is there any way we could use like that pairing tracking directional
that's
with the broken span reed?
That's exactly where I was going with that. Is if we think that maybe she's at that location, can I engineer the
only problem
tracker?
Is if this is her half of the span reed, the other half isn't going to point to her, it's going to point to the person on the other end who is communicating with her. That's the only problem. So currently your system needs one half of the gemstone to be with the object or subject that you're tracking and one half on your person. You could do it with this span reed, but it wouldn't track her, it would track the person holding the other end of it, unfortunately.
My hope was that whoever was at the other end
would be
was
at that
also
safe
at
house.
the safe house.
They could be. Yeah, they could be. That's absolutely, they very well could be. 7 on the deduction check. That is unfortunate that you rolled a 2 for that. That sucks. Neivien, I mean, given the situation that went down with the attack on the Bethab caravan, and given what's been going on with you and your companions, it sounds like everything went according to plan, I guess. Like the caravan was attacked, you lot got away, but that's not really her fault. Other people are dealing with that. So, I mean, why wouldn't she follow the directions to the safe house? I can't think of any reason why she'd take any alternative action with the 7.
Rav-eth is just going to pipe in. If they sent assassins after us to tidy things up, I mean, Ralanat's smart. She would have laid low, but I mean, we've seen how capable these assailants are. It's likely she could have been attacked, and there could be a record of her maybe heading to a hospital for some sort of medical attention, although I doubt that she would do that unless it was very dire. Maybe it would be worth checking in with some sort of, if there's a medical camp here, I could see if there's been any sort of individuals, light eyes, that have meet the description.
I mean, there's certainly no harm in hedging our bets. I don't know if she would be attacked, though. Isn't she a part of all of this?
I mean, she could be, but I mean, it seems like they were pretty keen to cover their tracks, and she is a loose end.
That's true. She is on that hit list. I mean, certainly. I can't see any harm in seeing, at any rate, if there's anything there.
I mean, I don't know if, other than that, there's not a lot to go on. It's a pretty big camp, and it's not as ordered as I thought it was going to be, not at least compared to House Bethab. It makes sense as to why she's come to hide out here.
I agree. I was thinking, perhaps if I were to, I could kind of reverse engineer this span read that we had to communicate with her, whoever, handler, perhaps. I could potentially use that to track down whoever holds that span read, and I suppose there's a possibility that it's going to point somewhere here in this camp. We might at least know that's a possibility as well. Obviously, if it's going to point somewhere outside of the camp, it's probably not helpful right now. But
either way, it's valuable information. It either points somewhere here where we can find her, or it points to whoever her minder? Is that a word? I don't know.
Handler, I guess.
Handler? Yeah, I'm not really up to date with all of this business. Cloak and dagger sort of thing, not my scene. But I mean, what was it that you got out of that broken span read when you were looking into it back then? I can't remember exactly what it said. Did it say to go back to the safe house, was it?
That's right. So I managed to get it working, and whoever was on the other end, I'd convinced, or at least I believe I'd convinced, that I was Lady Ralanat. And I said, they seemed quite surprised that I hadn't gone back already, and I said that I'd been delayed, and they said go straight back to the safe house.
Okay. Is there an effective range on this particular span read, or
there is. I well, not on the span read per se. On my tracking device, there is. I'm slowly working towards getting that bigger, but that'll take
Cosmere
time.
wide.
How hard would it be, Owen, for me to reverse engineer the span read gem into my tracker?
Your tracker is designed to work with split gemstones that are paired. This is a split gemstone that is paired. I mean, the whole purpose of this, or the design of this, is based on the span read itself. Like, you've kind of created this off of the span read technology. You just put the gemstone. The housing is already set up. It doesn't change anything. Yeah. The subject and target gemstones, as long as you've got a paired split gemstone like in a span read, you're good to go.
All right, I do that. It's only got a 500-meter radius. Does it pick anything up?
As you activate your, what do we call this? A track reel? No, what was the...
I don't think we've got a name for it yet.
Okay, we'll work on it. A hunter reel?
Ooh.
A spy reel. Also good. We'll work on the name.
Wow.
A locate reel. That sounds like that. Locate reel sounds like a fucking Harry Potter spell, like an uninventive, like I'm not really trying hard at all to come up with a locate reel.
GPS reel.
Yeah, GPS reel. Position reel. As you set up your tracking fab reel, Neivien, that you have been working on, and place the gemstone in, there is no movement, no activation. Either the gemstone, the other half of the gemstone, has been destroyed, or it is more than 500 meters away. Those are the only two options.
I'm going to, because obviously the camp's more than...
Or it's touching silver. You would know that if you touch silver to certain fabrials, you can suppress them and stop them working. The gemstones too.
I'm going to keep it on and
as well.
just keeping an eye on it. as we wander around. Obviously, this is a pretty big camp. I'd imagine it's more than a 500-meter radius size camp. So,
yeah, it's in a massive crater. It's enormous. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll keep it on for now. Look, it's not coming up with anything, but that doesn't mean that there's not something around further into the camp, perhaps. Well, I'll just keep it on for now. And if we need to swap back to the other gem, it's surprisingly easy. No problem at all.
Excellent. That sounds good. No harm in having it on, I guess. And if you get any pings, we can follow it up.
Exactly.
Hula, did you have any ideas or thoughts?
In general?
Well, I like your idea of looking at the hospital to see if there's any other potential injuries, or if anyone else has reported any similar symptoms to the poisoning. Perhaps they didn't make it back in time.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
If there's any other
it's a good idea.
consent, perhaps they've been injured that would be presented as similar symptoms.
Well, maybe, Neivien, if you want to have your tracker on, maybe we can just meander over to the field hospital and see if there's been any follow-up on Hula's idea.
There is an apothecary that you can see from where you are entering it at the gate.
Even better.
There is over towards the side of the crater wall. So the front gate is kind of a section of the crater that's been soul cast away to form this front gate built into the side of it. Just over to your right, built into the side of the crater wall, excavated out of it, is an apothecary. You can see the glyphs, Rav-eth and Hula, the glyphs for essentially medicine human, medicine person. Neivien, you can see apothecary is written in the woman's script above it as well.
As we kind of, I guess, walk over towards that direction, just having a think, what would, if any, in a camp like this that's obviously very mercantile, what role in the camp would be a very good role to be in if you wanted to be a front? Like, what's going to not be suspicious for a lot of comings and goings, give you a lot of information, but still fly under the radar? What would be the sort of spot that we'd be needing to keep an eye out for?
Neivien, could you make for me either another deduction test or a lore test? This is either going to be you relying on your training from your mistress or your own insights and abilities.
I think this will be deduction for me.
I think deduction makes more sense as well thematically.
Oh, good. It's the exact same.
Did you hit reroll or did you actually roll as a new check?
I didn't hit reroll.
Neivien, 7. The deduction parts of your brain are not online as of yet. Your frontal lobe is still ticking up. As you look around, I mean, places where people come and go a lot. Taverns, ale houses. People come and go out of ale houses a lot.
Well, we do have that one tavern lead that was a soft one.
The diving sky eel is back in the outer market. If you're looking for any sort of leads inside of Aladar's warcamp, Alaran would probably... okay, Alaran's not here, which means I'm going to roll for him on this one to see if he would know this. He has Aelthi expertise. Would he know of this location? Yeah, look, I'll roll for Alaran in this one, and I'll roll it publicly so we can all see it. Hopefully this works.
Oh, I mean, if it's an expertise, he should have an innate, like a bit of an understanding, but maybe not to the extent.
And the problem is this is like a specific location in Aladar's camp. Would he know about this? I'm not sure. I'm going to do it as a lore test.
Does he like
see if
to
he knew what it was. What was that? Sorry, Hula?
Does he like to drink? If he was a party animal of some sort, he'd probably have the tavern.
Oh, yeah. Alaran's a massive party animal and playboy, as we've seen from the way Ash has played him since session 1. 14. 12 plus 2. Alaran's not so shy on this. Alaran does know a little bit. Alaran's going to sort of pause for a moment as he looks around, thinking as he takes all of this in, and then nods and goes, I know of a place somewhere in here. I've heard soldiers talk about it a few times. A gambling den called the Red Rock Bud in Aladar's warcamp. A lot of people come and go out of there. Soldiers from other camps, people from other camps. Could be a good place to check out.
All right. I mean, any lead's a good lead at this point, right?
Were we not planning on kind of smoking her out, making her think that she's been either summoned to a meeting or the Sons of Honor are after her?
Oh, that's right. There was a whole plan.
I mean, while you go check out the rock bud, I mean, I could just pose as a regular parchment servant and just go ask after a woman of her description.
I mean,
and
she is in a
that may be
disguise.
enough to get word back to her that someone is looking for her. May make her make a mistake.
I think there's a lot of merit to that, but my concern is if she's alerted to, like, if she's going to be flushed out,
Sorry, that's something I can say.
No, good.
where would she get flushed to? We don't know where she'd be heading back to if we did flush her out. I don't know. We'd need to work out where she would actually be running off to first, wouldn't we?
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe our best move then, as Alaran kind of considers this information, Neivien, maybe our best move then is to somewhat disguise ourselves. I mean, we're a little bit recognizable, I'm just thinking. Or maybe that's how we smoke her out. If she knows that we're here looking around for her, if we can kind of get some information quickly before news gets to her, we could maybe get some information on where she might run or where she might be.
I feel like we need more information before we get to that point. I think if we are going to flush her out as ourselves, it probably does make the most sense to disguise ourselves, get some information first, and then go down that direction, because I'm concerned that we won't know where she's going to run off to. She might just jump ship.
I also think that I mean, look at the camp. There's probably many, I don't know, a couple of dozen, maybe more. There's a lot of Aelthi light eyes women around here. It's not going to be easy just to find someone who matches her description, especially since she'll be under some sort of disguise. It won't be that easy, I don't think. But I think maybe just because it's so conveniently placed, I might just go speak to the apothecary across there and see what I can find.
It's certainly a good start.
Hula, did you want to come along?
Yes, sounds good. I don't know much about the art, but I'll accompany you.
Before you head over to the apothecary, I'll just give you guys a little bit of information as you look around, because you had a bit of a time here. You've been like standing just inside the camp around the front gates, which means that you've had a bit of a time to glance around and get a bit more information as you're kind of just seeing. Equivalent of passive perception if we're playing 5th edition. I mean, as you're looking around and seeing inside the camp, you can see that there are 3 main roads that split off from this front gate. 2 that sort of head around the outside following the crater wall, and 1 that goes right down the middle. At the far end of that main road, that sort of central thoroughfare, is the military compound of Aladar's warcamp. To the left and right, these sort of branching semicircular roads that lead around the edge of the crater wall. These look like the main market districts where most people would come and go, and from them are a network of side streets and alleyways that move inwards, probably joining up with this main central thoroughfare as well. Hula, the first thing that grabbed your attention is a band of 3 horn eaters, a woman and 2 men. The woman, probably not too dissimilar in age to you, late 40s, early 50s. That's your age, isn't it? Really? Yeah. And then the 2 men, probably her sons, judging by the look of them and their appearance, in their maybe like 20s, maybe younger even. It's hard to say. The youngest one has clearly done his best to grow a bit of a beard, but it's pathetic, Hula. It's scraggly. He'd be better off shaving and waiting till he's a true man. The older brother does seem to be having a bit more luck. Luscious sideburns stretching down, clean chin, and no fluff on the upper lip. They seem to be looking around a bit lost. You can see they're standing at the corner of that central thoroughfare and the right arm branch of this semicircular arterial way, looking around, talking to each other in Unkalaki, quite animatedly. You can kind of catch glimpses and little bits of their conversation snippets as they seem to be discussing searching for some place to sleep. They're trying to find an inn that they had booked a room for. Towards the left, Ztar, you would notice a menagerie has been set up. There are, not inside the walls, I should say, so this is back out behind, but you can see there is a menagerie that's been set up. And the reason you know this is because there are signs all over. Pictures, drawings, as well as a few of the glyphs indicating the menagerie has been set up just outside of Aladar's camp, just towards the southeast. Around there's another gatehouse that you can follow. If you were to follow that right arterial pathway, it would take you round to the gatehouse and out towards this menagerie. The reason this would probably stand out for you is the parchman who is putting up signs, pasting posters on the walls as he moves around very, very slowly, putting up these signs for the menagerie. And you can see that he has been painted around his head to form what looks like a crude depiction of a white spine painted on his head and down his back. Probably promotional, the menagerie as well, that they've painted this parchman as part of their advertisement. It doesn't fill you with warm, fuzzy feelings. Something you would notice. But yeah, that I'm just thinking, like, because the two of you were kind of like more looking around during part of that discussion, that's what the two of you would notice. The Horn-Eaters are not too far away from the entrance to the apothecary. That's just off to the right of where they are. So Rav-eth and Hula, if you want to head over to the apothecary, Rav-eth to speak with the apothecary, Hula, if you want to check in with these three Horn-Eaters, I mean, they're right on top of each other. You very easily could. Ztar and Neivien, did you want to go with them, or would you like to do something else?
I had to duck away because my baby is acting the fool tonight. But where do we land on Operation Smoke her out, or try and get a message to her? Do we bin that idea?
To try and get more information before smoke her out, because we don't know which direction she'd go and how we'd get there, because it's quite rough.
Raph made the observation as Neivien that you don't, if you're smoking her out, you don't know where she's going to run.
True.
So if we miss her,
we could smoke her further underground. Well, in that case, I mean, I might go to talk to some parchment and see if, like, we have a general description of the lady.
There's fucking loads in here. Yeah.
Some silly ass little parchment might have seen her.
Would one of them be wearing some sort of garb adjacent to possibly her house or allegiance?
They normally just dress them in.
We don't have her ID, do we? All just pretending to be Alaranian.
And they don't normally dress parchment in anything other than just like Hessian sacks and rags and stuff.
Did we have a description of her as she currently is from the assassin sheet that we were given?
Yes, we would.
You did have one. It doesn't sound like you remember, though. I'm trying to figure out if I'm a nice DM tonight, or if DM stands for Dick Man. I think
wasn't it on a piece of paper though?
We would remember.
You know that she has dyed her normally white-grey hair jet black, and that she has done something to make herself look a bit younger, some sort of makeup or something.
Oh, apothecary would sell hair dye.
Light green colored eyes?
She normally does have light green colored eyes, correct.
I thought she changed her eye color as well, somehow.
There was a suspicion of that. You're not sure if that's what's happened.
Oh, okay. Well, so
she's normally in her like 50s-ish, is that right? Or younger than that?
No, older. Your suspicion was that she was probably looking in her 50s now, maybe even like a bit younger than that. She's. I mean, when you last saw her at the camp, Neivien, she looked like she was in her late 50s, early 60s.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right.
Cool. Ztar, I know, obviously, going around and speaking to your people, it may be something that could either be helped or hindered by having a light eyes along. But given that we've got that writ of ownership that's so pristine, would there be any benefit at all for what you need doing to have me accompany you at all? If it's best you go alone, by all means, but if I can help.
No, I think if you came along at the very least, if I am stopped by someone not Parsh, it would at least prevent me from getting sent on an errand, and we could explain away the questioning by you looking after an old friend or mentor or something like that.
All right. Well, I'll come along with you then. obviously, I recognize that I'll be, stepping into your well. So I'm okay. I will allow you to take the lead on this one.
Sure, I'll just act like you're oh, stupid baby. 1 second.
Just
Send me in as your servant, and I'll talk to the servants.
All right,
I'll be back in a sec. Sorry.
let's go.
you watch as Ztar goes and has a quick moment with his spren.
I do not miss those days.
Yeah, we're reaching. This is an aside and a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but we're reaching the point where we're just about to start that that journey.
I was wondering.
And it's
I was
like
thinking about that the other day.
I don't know if every time I see Haz do that, I'm like,
Yeah, it doesn't last that long. It gets better, I promise.
And I've already got this massive patch of white now. Am I going to get like a matching one? Is it going to spread?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to the club, buddy.
My
Yeah,
grades
why is
came
it
in
so
thick and
focal?
fast.
Why is it so
I don't know.
focal?
I'm getting my other bit.
At least yours
now
is
as well.
symmetrical though. I've just got this like random white patch here. It's bizarre.
That is kind of cool though. Mine have just gone down the sideburns instead.
Yeah, it's funny. I've got a few other patches where like it's just white hair now. Like on like
Pubes.
I've got one on my back. It's weird. Anyhow, he watches Alaran, nods and goes, I'm happy to accompany whoever. I was thinking maybe I should try and present myself to Aladar's man and just let them know that we're here and I'm here to examine the Bethab troops. That kind of was the guys that we came in with to.
Oh, we did forget about that. That probably would make a lot of sense to at least, announce ourselves, as it were. That way, I guess we're not going to get any trouble from any of the guards and soldiers, right?
I think this is more in the military compound. I must admit, I wasn't as prepared for the layout of this camp as it is now. In my mind, I was expecting more like Bethab's camp, where we would walk in, it would be more ordered, more.
That's
yeah.
what I was expecting too. Yes, it makes things a little harder.
This
Well,
is
it's easy to
chaos.
hide a needle in a haystack when it's chaotic like that.
Yeah, I'm starting to
Would it
see
make
why
sense
she.
if hay was laid out?
Yeah. Hay in a needle stack, more like.
Yes. So maybe I should go present myself to the captain, I believe I was meant to talk to. I might go do that then, and then I can maybe send a runner to come and get the rest of you once I've done that. That explains my absence for the next hour and a half.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know. This is not me talking. It's the man puppeting me. So I might go do that, and I can send a runner to come and get you guys. I might head straight into the military zone. I mean, I kind of stand out, and with the like shows the patch on his jacket with my patch and everything. I think I look like a Bethab. Yeah, I might go do that, and I'll come to the runner to catch you guys once you're done.
Before you run away, do you have anything? I mean, I know we didn't put our names down or anything like that, but do we have any sort of official anything that we could use?
I don't think you're going to need it in this market area, in the non-militarized area of the war camps. I don't think you're going to need anything official. If anything, I think having official stuff like me might prevent elements of the underworld speaking with you. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, if we're sort of delving into the shadowy underbelly of this bullshit, as he points towards the edge of the market and the areas he's like, I think I'm going to stand out a bit.
Cool. I'll just ask a lot of questions to the apothecary over there, and it won't be at all suspicious.
Yeah, but you can do it. You can do it under the guise of being a healer. I can't really walk into like a tavern or an alehouse and say like, I'm here to hunt down this woman, and not get back to her somehow. I get the sense that I stand out a bit at the moment in this environment.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe you should just make it all official and.
I'll go do the job of an examiner, and like maybe go in and like check on the archers and things and comment on them, and then that way at least I can say that I've done that, and then maybe it's, I don't know. I'm gonna do that.
You can meet with that Lord Mintel guy and see what he's about.
Yeah. Yep. Good luck to me.
You'll smash it, Alaran. Don't worry.
That's what I'm worried about. With that, he watches Alaran slowly begins to walk down the main pathway towards the military camp, looking a bit dejected. For a moment, Rav-eth, you're quite perceptive, as is Neivien.
Yeah.
Two of you watch, and Hula's Hula's an Unkalaki who is blessed with the sight. All three of you notice. You watch as Alaran, as he's walking, turns and starts muttering to something on his shoulder that only he can see.
Oh, go.
He's gone crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I think all
only
the pressure's getting to his head.
I asked for a
I think all
deduction
that
check, but we know it'll be 7. So, like, yeah, he's gone crazy.
Yeah.
He's lost his
Yeah,
fucking
or maybe the title of examiner will get to his head. Inflate that Aelthi ego a little bit.
Maybe he's just examining his shoulder, taking it real seriously. Who knows? As he makes his way down towards the military checkpoint, I don't have to play Alaran for the rest of the night. Fucking A. Perfect. Alrighty. Neivien and Ztar are making their way off towards the parchment. I will jump in with you in a little bit. Neivien will give Harrison time to deal with
100%.
a little Kremling. Rav-eth and Hula, let's stick with the two of you for the moment. As you make your way towards the apothecary, Hula, you split off to go chat to the Unkalaki. Rav-eth, as you make your way inside the building, it has, as I said, it's been soulcast out of the side of the chasm wall. You can see that this is like so this warcamp, even more than the other ones, is set deep into a crater. The craters that kind of line the outside of the Shattered Plains are modified and soulcast chasms that have kind of been widened, deepened in some places to provide protection from the high storm. The walls rising high up, providing this break, this stone break to prevent the damaging rocks from a high storm smashing down and destroying everything in the crater below.
It's not like circular crater or like a more of
a massive circular crater. Imagine like the caldera of a volcano. The walls rising up, in some cases like 8 or 9 meters high. The Aladar's camp, more than any other, is really sunk down into this crater.
So the camp is basically Canberra. Okay.
Well, we wouldn't mind if it was more of a crater. But yeah, as you... I stand by that. No, that is the official position of the Lost Archives. As you make your way... As you make your way into the wall, as I said, it's the little area here has been soulcast into the side of the crater. The roof is low set. The conditions quite cramped, and you have to walk through a narrow corridor. The apothecary is set between 2 other shop fronts, behind them and deeper into the cavern wall. As you make your way through, passing through just a narrow curtain hanging to block probably just wind and dust from coming in, a much larger shutter for the high storm set against the wall. As you pass in, Rav-eth, you feel the temperature begin to cool, the damp air, a bit of a musty, kind of musky smell. And as you pass through the walls of this soulcast chasm edge and enter into the apothecary room, the room itself is only about sort of 4 meters wide and about 6 meters deep. Every inch of available space on the walls is crammed with shelving. Makeshift shelving filled with bottles, dried leaves, various little glass vials, along with what look like small, almost like tiny barrels is the best way to describe this, like small wooden containers, each labeled with various scripts written in the woman's script. Behind the counter, the Aelthi woman script, behind the counter is an Aelthi woman. You can see that she is currently writing in a ledger, taking notations, doing what looks like some sort of like equation. In front of her, a set of brass scales, various substances arranged before her as she doles out little sections of what looks like a white powder onto one of the scales, weighing it against a lead weight. As you enter in, you watch as she pauses and looks up. "I'll be with you in 1 moment." And then continues for a few seconds, and then makes a final notation, and then lifts up the container, screwing a lid in place before turning towards you. "How can I help you?"
First of all, the white powder that she was kind of measuring out, do I have an inclination as to what that could be?
Cocaine. Do you want to roll for me a medicine or a law check? I think would be the most appropriate.
Let's do medicine. Why not?
Medicine or...
Medicine.
Yeah, medicine or law would be the most appropriate. Yeah, I know they're both intellect skills. I normally like to try and split it between different ones if I can. 15. Rav-eth, what she is doling out is, to your eyes, what looks like... it's hard to say for sure, obviously, because nondescript white powder, but in the amount that she's scooping out and the kind of sheen on it, you're pretty confident this is essentially a soporific, a plant-derived sleeping agent that can be applied to help someone sleep. It's not uncommon to see this being given to soldiers and sold to soldiers, given the situations and conditions that they live in. But if they're ever caught with it, it is extremely serious. If you are caught taking a chemical or using a medicine to help you sleep, for example, and you're unable to wake up for your shift, or if you're dozy and drowsy because of an emergency out on the field, it is serious business. But yeah, you're pretty confident this is, from the looks of it, some sort of ground up coral bend. It's a type of rock bud essentially that grows here on the Shattered Plains that can be the central stalk can be pulled out, dried out, and ground down, called coral bend. CHORALBEND.
Would I mean, this is essentially a sleeping powder.
Yeah, sleeping powder.
Would this be how quickly would this take effect if you were to ingest it?
Yeah, it's not as powerful as what we would think of when we think of sleeping tablets. This is more kind of imagine a slightly stronger melatonin tablet for our world. It's not enough to knock you out. It's not that strong. She would get in trouble for using that.
Would it be useful from a resting perspective to make our rests good? From a long rest perspective?
Yeah, it would make it harder for whoever's on watch, definitely.
Right.
But for everyone else, they'd have a much easier time resting for sure. Yeah, you drift off to a nice sleep. And the other factor of it is it gives you a dreamless sleep specifically. It suppresses the ability to dream while taking it, which is one of the other reasons why soldiers sometimes take it if they're dealing with night terrors and things like that.
What an excellent way to stop any of those mechanics for Owen for storytelling. We can just, anytime we're going to bed, no fucking dreams, mate.
I don't really have to use
less ideal
dreams.
for the amount of assassins that come after us in our day.
We're all
comatose.
Do you know what the best bit is though? Because I do like to use dreams for some visions and things like that. But the way visions work in Cosmere, doesn't matter how much of this shit you take, you're still being pulled into a vision, because visions take place in the spiritual realm, the physical realm. So you can take as much of this as you want, Raph, and I'm still pulling your ass into a vision. You're still going to sit through it if I want. There's no way out of it. You're in the spiritual realm now, bitch. And Lift's there too for some reason. So there's no way out of it. This wouldn't help. But yeah, a dried coral bend is known to help give a dreamless sleep, Rav-eth. One of the main reasons why soldiers take it.
Dried coral blend?
Coral bend. I'll type it into the chat so you got a copy of it.
Well, I mean, I would effectively just say that as an opener. Some coral blend. The soldiers around here must be, they must be needing it. Must be pretty rough out there.
You know your medicines well. Yes, I have never met a soldier who has not seen horrors they would rather not relive in their sleep. This sells quite well, and given it grows so abundantly here on the plains, I have never run short of supply, shall we say, despite the large demand.
No, I can imagine that would be the case. In a place like this, I'm sure it is very popular. Speaking of medicines, though...
Yes, you seem to know your medicines well, Natan.
Well, yes. I have learned my trade over the years, traveled throughout Roshar and been able to apply it in many situations. And now my profession leads me here, to this place. An interesting one at that. But I do have a question, or more of a query, just as one professional to another. Sling Sting anti-venom. You wouldn't happen to have had any of that or sold it recently?
That is a tricky one. Harvested fresh is the most effective use of it. Keeping it for long periods of time is unwise, loses its potency quite quickly. Can't say that I have any fresh on me, but it's easy enough to procure. Why? You haven't been stung, have you?
No, not myself, but I'm not. I was over at Health Bestab consulting. I found some individuals there who seemed to be under the effects of the Sling Sting venom.
You've come a long way. There was no apothecary and Bethab Warcamp who was able to supply you? That is rather unfortunate.
Well, no, the apothecaries there had it on hand. I was curious to know if this incident was just within the confines of House Bethab or if it was elsewhere.
Sling Sting, rare to be attacked. It only normally happens when severely provoked, was my understanding. I would hope that the soldiers here were far more aware, far more wiser than to be on the receiving end of such an unfortunate injury. I can't say I've heard of any cases here.
Interesting.
But now that you mention it, I'm wondering now that you've mentioned this, I hadn't considered that it could be a sling sting, but there was a gentleman the guards were speaking of, a body found in the streets, severe bleeding from the eyes, from the ears. I had thought it was an overdose of some other chemical, but now that you're mentioning it, perhaps it was a sling sting. But to go so long, to allow yourself to actually succumb to the venom, you have to have been an outsider and someone not familiar with the creature, someone far from the west, perhaps, an Iriali or a Shin who don't have these creatures in their homelands.
And when was this body discovered? Was it recently?
It was this morning. That's why it's on the forefront of my mind. One of the guards who came in the guard who ordered this, in fact. She points down towards the package she's wrapping up of the Coral Bend. Guard who ordered this, in fact, mentioned it. Asked if there was some infection that could have caused it, and I, of course, listed there are a few that could be responsible. None likely to be here. I told them it was more likely an attack or something, but I wonder.
Interesting.
Do you know something of this? Should I be stocking up on such anti-venom?
It seems to me that these cases seem to be isolated to certain individuals, perhaps, that may be using it as an extreme way of covering their tracks to evade capture. They seem to be willingly taking these.
Self-inflicted.
That's the running hypothesis at this point.
Devious.
Like I said, extreme agents. Yes.
I've never heard of such a thing, but
can I insight check to see if she's surprised or?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
great idea.
Because I'm being very truthful here. Like I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah, absolutely, as you should be with all random NPCs that you just walk into.
Absolutely,
100%. I don't know if I told you guys this, but there's it looks like a new source book for Curse of Strahd coming out like later this year.
Really?
Perfect timing. Love it.
Amazing.
I noticed that the other day. Just thought you might be keen. What was your
10?
10.
Yeah, right.
Hasn't come through yet, but that's okay. Could be on my end. Rav-eth, as you there we go. As you checked, it then came through. Rav-eth, as you look at her, this Aelthi woman, she looks to be in her late 30s, dark hair, probably a lower Dan from the looks of things.
Is it jet black hair?
It's not jet black. Just a darker,
okay.
a dark warm brown.
Okay.
It could have faded if she showered.
And I was going to say, she's also got like a lightish hazel eyes, but she looks like a lower dart. You also know what Ralanat looks like. You've seen her, Rav-eth. It's not Ralanat.
Yeah.
I'm happy to tell you that it's not Ralanat.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, she seems.
Yeah,
curious. She seems curious in what you're saying. She seems interested, but then you're like anyone would be. This is kind of intriguing information, especially as you start to share this thing about like people deliberately dosing themselves as a way to cover their tracks. My goodness, this is spy stuff. She doesn't seem as surprised though, which is interesting. With your 10, she's. I mean, it's hard to say exactly what she's not surprised about. She's intrigued, is the word I would use.
Right. Okay.
I mean, she stopped writing in her book. She's pushed stuff aside. She's leaning forwards. Her body language says she's intrigued by this.
Yeah, right. Okay. Kind of like nod a little bit. Yes, no, it's curious thing. That there are these individuals out here that are willing to do this. Very strange. Anyway, I just thought I'd ask.
You would find many in this camp. You said you come from Bethab's camp, but this is your first time in Aladar's warcamp?
It is, yes.
There are very many people here who it would not surprise me to learn had been involved in such illicit activities that they felt the need to cover their tracks with such desperate measures. This is a place where desperate people come. And people are taken advantage of.
Is that by design? What is the intention of this camp? This is a rather strange camp compared to the other houses, I must say.
Yes, this... well, you haven't been to Sabariel's camp, then, I wager, as well. That is where I first set up shop before moving to Aladar's.
Oh.
Sabariel's camp is, again, a bit more casual than the Colin or Sadius camp. This is very much by design. My understanding is Aladar wanted to foster the kind of environment that you see before you. A place of intrigue, a place of, shall we say, less than legal activities, so that he and his soldiers may take their tithe, as it were. And his hands are clean, should he need things done.
I suppose that does make sense.
There's a dark underbelly here. Be careful.
Okay. Noted. You haven't had any cases of... Well, I suppose this is silly in hindsight. You probably have attacks and other unfortunate instances happening in these areas. Not often, but I'm sure more often
don't
than
do
not.
much treatment. I'm mostly here to provide supplies as and when they are needed by surgeons, mostly two surgeons, as well as things for the soldiers, things for the people here. I have sold items for birth control, very popular amongst the Red Sphere district over towards the south. I provide sleeping agents, I provide antiseptics, anti-inflammatories, all sorts of things, but I don't do much on-hand healing. I'm not a surgeon. I'm an apothecary.
Yeah. That's fair. Your skill and your expertise is well needed in members of my trade. Yes. Gotta get our ingredients from somewhere.
Exactly.
I have a final question for you. You haven't sold a large portion of hair dye at all, any in the last couple of days?
I do occasionally sell pigments and things like that. How much would a large quantity be?
Enough to fully dye a long hair belonging to maybe a light-eyed woman? I
have sold some dyes to light-eyed women. I sell quite a lot to some of the ladies here.
This would be a rich black, jet black.
It often is darker colours to hide greying hairs and pigments. You may not be surprised to learn that while amongst your people, light white hair is not seen as a sign of detriment or a sign of aging. Amongst the Aelthi nobles, especially the women, there is a strong sense of vanity. It may surprise you to learn. I sell quite a lot of dyes. But this is not this would be a new person, I'm imagining. It sounds like from your questions earlier, you're asking about someone trying to hide their identity rather than...
Yes, it would be a new customer.
What if I was to say that I had a certain person had come through here? Perhaps she was Aelthi nobility. Perhaps I had sold quite a lot of dark black dye to completely change her appearance. Along with some other things, including, some drops to help change the colour of one's eyes. What would that information be worth?
It would be worth... Well, it'd be worth certainly a portion of the that coral powder that you have there, and perhaps more than enough ingredients to fill my bag. I am in need of some more equipment, and perhaps a little bit more.
But that is just business. This is more. I was paid quite generously for my secrecy in this. Perhaps, if something like this were to have taken place, I would need to make sure I was breaking trust and confidentiality with a customer, a new customer they may be, for the right price.
Well, that depends. Rav-eth is so out of his depth. He's not used to this.
Yeah, how much does it cost to bribe someone?
Well, I mean, I do need to refill my stocks, and that is just business, as you say. Coral blend would be useful for dealing with the horrors that is this place in some ways. Plus whatever balms and other items that you might be able to have to help in field dressings and whatnot. But how would 20, 30 more marks on top of that be?
20 or 30 marks. 30 marks. I can tell you that I did have a customer who might match that description. 2 days ago.
Okay.
She holds out her hand.
Cool. I hand it over.
She takes the spheres, checks them. These are done spheres. Don't have any infused with you?
Not on me, no.
You're lucky I'm trusting.
Trust is sometimes all we have.
Pockets the spheres and goes, if there was any more you needed to know?
Oh, as one professional to another, I will keep that in mind.
What supplies would you like?
Did she tell you who it was?
Yeah, all I heard is that she did sell some
Get more. You bribe her more.
He's not a briber.
You guys aren't there. This is just Rav-eth by himself, who's basically just handed over 30 marks to learn. Yes,
she has got hair dye.
Hula's outside.
I'm like going through the inventory, and I think Rav-eth probably would. He'd be like, "This lady didn't. I'm assuming she wouldn't have given a name, surely."
No. Just as you have not given yours, I don't demand names from my customers.
Likely. I had a feeling that would be the case.
Has looked so genuinely upset.
There's times where I think you all blend with your characters. In this moment, Haz and Ztar are just equally furious. He's fuming in the corner as Ztar finds himself humming to the rhythm of irritation for no discernible reason. He's not sure why.
No, that's fine. It's and no, I know she didn't give a name, but she would have been the dye, right? For the vanity and all that. She would have been an older lady, I'm sure. Surely.
Yes, surely.
Yes. I gather like the ingredients that I would need for the field bandages and the all of that.
To top up your medical supplies is going to cost you about like 3-4 marks. You haven't really used many of your supplies yet, and if you wanted to get a dose of coral bend, it'll cost you 2 marks per dose.
Okay.
It's not too
That's
expensive.
a hell of a bribe, given that's the cost of the ingredient.
Yeah, I know.
He could demand more. He's just, it's very entertaining to me because, like, from her perspective, she's going to do everything she can to get every mark out of this person without giving as little as possible. And like, even she in this moment is kind of surprised how little she's been able to give for 30 marks.
You wouldn't happen to know where this individual would be located in this camp, would you? 30 marks.
There may have been a situation where I didn't have all of the inventory that she required, and I offered for her to come back and pick things up, and she asked instead for a runner to be sent to a certain location with what she needed.
And would you happen to know this location?
I would. She slowly leans and places a hand delicately onto the counter.
30 marks is quite a lot.
I am betraying the customer's trust here. Surely the cost of trust and honor is far more.
Can I roll a persuasion check to see if I can just
absolutely
get her over the mark? Yeah,
of course you can. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to.
Amazing. Yeah, let's try this.
It's quite fun playing a person whose only goal is to extract as much wealth from you as possible. It's quite entertaining. I'm enjoying this. How many doses of Coral Bend did you want as well, by the way? I should have asked that before. 3 doses.
Yeah, probably like 4.
I should give you a discount then. The fourth one, she'll give you for free. So just pay 6 marks for the total cost because it's not 16. She definitely gives you the fourth one for free. Rav-eth, persuade me. What do you say? What do you say to persuade her?
Look,
30 marks. 30 marks.
Yeah, 30 marks. Come on, that's a lot.
You slowly like place your empty pouch on the thing and go like,
I got no more marks. I'm sad.
I will buy you a chowder. Yeah, as you.
I just said, look,
I'm so sorry. You've been given disadvantage on your persuasion check by Tangent.
Oh, Tangent, no!
You have. That is a disadvantage roll, please. Natural one. Natural one.
Come on, roll again, roll again, roll again, roll again, roll again. Roll again.
Come on, baby.
Roll well.
I believe.
16, yeah?
It's an unnatural 20. Okay, we're going to have to take the 16. Yikes.
It's 16.
Persuade me, Raph.
Look.
30 bucks.
30 marks. It's a marks. No, it's I'm sure surely the 30 marks there would garner me some more information. Considering all that you've done for me, and I think 30 marks is a very fair price. And look, I wouldn't want any sort of the further nefarious activities on account of this anti-venom business occurring around your lovely camp here.
I would prefer to be kept out of drama. I like to watch and hear about it. I don't necessarily like to be involved. Very well. Yes. I can tell you the runner was given strict instructions to meet with her or one of her representatives. They were to be given a code word to know when to hand over the remainder of her supplies, which did include a couple of different things you might find interesting. One of which was a series of antiseptics, some knobweed sap, along with some other antiseptics. It sounded like she had been, or someone she knew had been injured, perhaps.
Ooh.
The person that she was going to meet was the person the runner was supposed to meet, either her or a representative. She described him as a bald gentleman, quite tall, Aelthi, and that they would meet on an alleyway just near the Red Rock Bud.
Ah, okay. That was the representative, was it?
Her or her representative. She was not sure who would be able to come and meet with the runner. My runner came back, having delivered the items. I can check in with them if you'd like to see who they met with. I hadn't asked.
Well, that would be good. I do plan on staying in the camp for a little bit, so it would be good to perhaps check back in and see if you can get that information from your runner, if and when he arrives.
You can give me one moment. She reaches down and rings a bell. A few moments later, you watch as a hatch, like a waist-high hatch, opens in the wall behind her, and a child crawls out from a room beyond, some sort of storeroom beyond.
Wow.
Raph and Has both are like, the two fathers are like,
what storms?
I keep my child in a hatch too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is that just
I was looking intently to try and get details of the hatch to see if I could upgrade mine.
Spikes, badly oiled, rusty hinges. It's great.
Wow.
It's a good child hatch.
No spikes, no rusty hinges. The child who crawls out, Rav-eth, 12 or 13 young lad, from the looks of things, definitely related to her son, possibly nephew, possibly as well. And you watch as he crawls out. You can see that there is a larger room beyond, a normal-sized room hidden behind this hatch. And as he stands up and dusts off his knees, he throws a little makeshift salute hand across his chest as he looks towards her. She gives him a bit of a smile and shakes her head and goes, I just need to know, the delivery you made the other day to the Red Rock Bud, who did you meet with, a man or a woman? You watch as he looks towards you, looks up at you, Rav-eth, and goes your skin's blue.
Yes, it is. And my hair is white.
Are you an Amian?
Well, it's funny that you mention that. I don't think so. I'm a Natanan.
Cool. You watch as she puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, who did you meet with, my boy? Oh, it was a man. He was bald and he gave me 3 marks. No, not 3 marks. Sorry, 3 chips as he holds out his hand with little spheres.
Oh. Did he say anything else at all to you?
Yes, he said thanks.
Oh. This bald man, did he have any other distinguishing features? Scars or a limp or anything that might be identifiable?
He looked like an ardent.
Okay, yes, an ardent would be bald. Yep, that makes sense. Eye color? Light? Dark?
Kid
Light.
shrugs.
Oh, okay. An ardent, huh? Interesting. And what did you hand over to this ardent on behalf of this lady? Was it just
the package my aunt gave me? Yep.
Antiseptic?
I didn't open it. I'm good. I don't open the packages.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That'd be rather bad for business. I give a pointed glance at the lady.
You watch as she looks down and smirks and goes, only the best here.
Of course.
He kind of puffs up his chest as he hears himself described as the best. His breath was real stinky.
Stinky breath. Oh. Shirking his dental hygiene then.
Yeah, it smelled like spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah, stinky spicy.
Stinky spicy. Let me just write this down. I'm sure my companions will need to know this information.
As you write this down, you watch as his aunt looks bemused that you're recording this. She goes, are you telling the truth? Yeah. Stinky spicy breath. She kind of gives him a skeptical glance and looks towards you with a single raised eyebrow and shrugs.
Okay. Anything else of interest?
You watch as the boy kind of pauses for a moment, looks up to the left a little bit, and then goes, he, leans in, voice dropping to a little bit of a whisper. He, gestures for you to get a bit closer.
Yep.
He was really tall.
Aha. Yes. Yep. Okay. I will, taller than me?
Yeah. Oh, way taller than you. Yeah.
Okay. Tall. And I will put that in. Yep. Tall.
If I jumped on my tippy toes, I couldn't have touched his head. I tried.
What if I put you on my shoulders? Would he be taller than that?
No, silly.
Okay. Excellent. That'll be all. Thank you for your time. What was your name? Oh, you don't have to give it.
He goes to answer, and you watch as the lady puts a hand on his shoulder and goes best not. This sign of business, remember? What's your title?
Maybe a nickname.
I'm the runner. I run.
The runner. Ah, that's very mysterious. I'll put that down in my notes as well. The runner.
No, I'm not mysterious. I'm cool.
Well, cool is mysterious.
Cool is mysterious? He looks
Mysterious
up towards
is
his aunt. She kind of shrugs, gives a half nod. He's like, I'm mysterious.
Excellent. Well, that'll be all for now. If I do need anything, and I do call for the runner. I'll make sure
He's
to
already
call
back
for
through the hatch,
you.
as you say. That's all for
Okay.
now.
Goodbye.
as he crawls back underneath, disappearing. Let's. Yeah,
Excellent. Yep,
I figured that was probably the last of any of the questions you might have had. Let's jump over with Neivien and Ztar. While Rav-eth is following up on the apothecary leads, the two of you were making your way over towards the Parshman, were you not?
Mm-hmm.
Down the left-hand pathway. As you split away from your companions making your way, you're not walking too far until you arrive at what looks like some sort of... the best way to kind of describe this is a stables, but not for horses. This looks like some sort of compound where many of the Parshmen are kept, and you can see there is a section where I don't want to go into too much detail describing this because it's sad and depressing, so I'm not going to. Let's just say this is the location where a number of the Parshmen of Aladar's camp and are sold to other people are kept. It's not too far away from the entrance. It's just around a little side street off that left-hand branching arterial road. As you make your way over towards it, Ztar, you can see there are a number of people coming and going with Parshmen. There looks like a Parshman work crew currently on their way out of the compound, carrying what look like pickaxes and things, probably off to go dig and mine for the Aelthi. There's another group who are coming back with farming implements. They've been out, looks probably gathering rock buds and things like that from out on the plains. Another group who've clearly been on some sort of chasm duty. A number of them with like scratches and cuts, wet, covered in grime and muck, carrying back what looks like armor and stuff from the Aelthi, probably from a nearby chasm, sent down to go and gather things from the chasm, under the watchful eye of a few of the Aladar camp guards. As you walk past, you watch as a rather sleazy-looking Herdazian man, about a head shorter than you, Neivien, quite short, quite diminutive in stature, but wearing, to make up for it, the most brightly coloured vest you have ever seen in your life. Almost high vis, it is so bright orange, embroidered with like yellow threads through it as well. It is also clearly 2 sizes too big for him. In design, it looks a bit Thalen, probably something that Gark might wear if he was getting really dressed up for some sort of high visibility party. The Herdazian man is rocking it like no tomorrow, his little gut sticking out between the gap in the vest, centre bit where the buttons don't fully go together. And you can see that he has what looks like a tattoo that has been done all across his upper shoulder, depicting what looks like these almost like swirling clouds moving over each other. He calls out from inside the Parshman compound as you approach Neivien, waving towards you. Goes, "Oi, miss, over here, miss, over here." Yep. As he gets your attention, he goes, "How much?" Nodding towards Ztar.
For this one?
Yeah, looks young enough, good breeding stock.
What makes you think I'm in the market to sell him?
Everyone's always in the market to sell things, just depends on the price. How much you want for it?
I'd say more than you could offer, little man.
More than I could? I don't know. You don't really know much about me, do you, miss?
I think I know enough. Thank you. We keep walking.
You watch as he takes note of you walking away, Neivien. Ztar, you would probably notice this as well. Memorizing details about you before leaning back over to close one of the gates and then open up another one to allow the work crew who are coming back entry. You can hear his voice still carrying. Goes like, "What have you useless lots brought back, eh? What's all this? Wait, hang on. This is half of what we need. Well, you're heading back down to the chasms tomorrow morning," as he calls out to the Parshman work crew. With him distracted and no longer paying attention, as you pass around the corner, you can see there are a number of Parshmen currently sitting and standing off towards the side of the compound here. It looks like they're not needed for any jobs at the moment, more just kind of waiting around. Ztar, you can see them sort of looking a bit aimless, this kind of... I don't know how to describe the feeling other than this kind of like flatness, this... emptiness about them as they kind of stand there milling about.
I approach them.
As you walk on over, you watch as they immediately begin to clock you, walking over, some of them looking at you with a lot more intrigue and a lot more interest than you normally see from those without tunes, those without rhythms.
I pitch my voice as tonelessly as possible, like mimicking the usual cadence that they kind of have. Hello, the boss lady is looking for a friend. Have you seen lady with dark hair, light green eyes? Older?
You watch as the group sort of very...
I can't give as best a description as I can, but, I have seen her, but I haven't seen her.
Do you want to give me, Ztar, do you want to give me... persuasion kind of fits in here, even though you're not really persuading them to say things. It's more just how well you get across the information. Or I'd say maybe I guess perception could also potentially work, as you're like kind of remembering what you saw, what she looks like, and trying to convert it into what the Parshman would understand. Yeah, your choice.
Just loading up my character sheet.
Look,
That's my bit.
Normally I would give you shit for stealing Raph's bit, but to be fair, you have had a little Kremlin causing some chaos, so I think tonight is not the night to be a dick about it. Although
legitimately what was happening.
I wasn't a dick DM earlier. I guess I have to be now. Unacceptable. Absolutely. You should be ashamed of yourself. You've let yourself down, you've let your people down, but more importantly, you've let Odium down.
If anything, he's helped Odium. Odium sucked.
You know how much he likes that.
Perception or deduction, was it?
Perception or persuasion, as you try and like describe her in as much detail to the Parshman as possible.
Perception it is.
While this interaction is happening too, I'm just going to be kind of off a little bit, trying to give Ztar a little bit of privacy whilst still paying attention and still clearly being there with him, and just keeping an eye out, I guess, for anything that might spark my interest.
Yeah. Could I also please get I'd say perception or... perception. Definitely perception. Ztar, 12. Your description that you give them is pretty good. You try to be as specific as you can in a way that they will understand and be able to synthesize. You watch as after a short pause...
I read the roll above and thought I got 20.
No, I'm sorry. That was a 12. The 20 was the disadvantaged persuasion check for Rav-eth. At least it's not a 9, which is what Neivien has rolled for her perception. That's all good, Neivien. Nothing to worry about. All going well. No concerns. Is that a 3? Hey, you've rolled 2 2s and a 3 tonight. You're killing it. This is
doing well. Huh?
Next one will be a 4, maybe even a 5.
I couldn't aspire to that much.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't want to fill your head with false dreams and hopes, reaching for the stars that you'll only ever see from a distance. Ztar, as you begin to describe her in great detail, as greater detail as you can, there's a short pause as the Parshman seem to consider this knowledge. You watch as one of them slowly raises a hand. I have seen recent and then silence.
Any more for that, buddy?
She came, bought, friend.
Did her hair look fake? Colored?
Too shiny.
Ooh.
Wet.
Did you see where she went?
He points down the road.
Did you hear her name?
Name sounded like Il. Kind of stumbles over the pronunciation.
Illy.
You get the sense that's not the whole name, Ztar. You think it's like a bit of it he heard.
All right. Do you know anyone that has seen her or done work for her since? Oh, what was friend's name?
Name?
Number?
You know that not all of them have names, Ztar.
I would have had some identifier for the sale.
Yeah. You watch as he kind of points. Red 3. You can see he's got like a red paint blotch on his shoulder.
Red 3. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Welcome. Nods.
What is that it?
Well, I go back and were you within earshot of all that, or?
I was trying to keep my distance to give you the semblance of privacy, but I was listening.
Yeah. Well, we now know that someone matching her description was here, and that she bought a parchment. We can trace that sale.
We
Get us a
can.
name, possibly even an address. She bought a parchment identified by Red 3. So I think perhaps we need to chat with her Daisian again, but I don't know how we're going to get the information on who bought Red 3 out of him. Perhaps you could use your feminine wiles.
I do have an idea.
I'd rather use a fork directly to the... This is an
But
earlier attempt.
I do have an idea. If you would be comfortable with me pretending to entertain the idea of selling you.
Okay. And where does that lead?
Well, my thoughts are...
I get money for you. I exchange you for spheres for me. Sorry, Raph. It's just too funny.
What I'm thinking is, if you could get some further information from your friend over there about what his friend was like, and then you try to emulate that to a degree. If we go back to that horrible little man, and I say something along the lines of, I've changed my mind, I do have an interest in selling you, but to the right individual and for the right price. Perhaps if you are acting similar to that other one, he would be willing to point us towards selling you to them.
I don't know how much human has ever thought of the differences between these parchment before. I imagine they're all much the same, hence to the point you call him Red 3.
Well, I mean...
But I could... it might be enough to at least get me in the sale house to try and find some information. But I mean, if
alternatively, what if we dressed you up a little bit more like this lot here and put a Red 3 on your shoulder, and I said that I had found you just wandering around and wanted to get you back to your owner?
I think that is a better plan.
All right. Well, I mean, obviously he's already seen us both walk past, but I could say that I'd put you in some other clothes just so that we weren't harassed on the way over.
I don't know if you even pay attention to me. If you just put me in a sack with the red 3, you could say you sent me off and found this one just milling about aimlessly. Just pretend I'm a different parchment.
Oh, well, all right. If you think we can swing it, I feel like there may be some explaining to do with that process, but we could give it a go.
Yeah.
All right. I'll look around and see if I can find any red paint.
I'll find a burlap sack.
I mean, the sack is not hard to locate. The red paint, Neivien. Yeah, do you want to make me a perception or even a crafting check? Do you want to be able to see if you can just make some from your supplies?
I think I'm a bit scared of making checks at the moment, but I'll try crafting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. This is not how I thought this was going to go. Hey, 15, Neivien. Crafting check. Yeah, you have some items in your bag, some ink that would look just like paint if you diluted it a little bit with some water and then put it on his shoulder. Yeah, for sure. And you think you can match the kind of vibe? It's just slapped on willy-nilly. So get that out, mix a bit of water in, chuck a bit of mud in just to give it a bit more thickness like paint, and then slap it on his shoulder and watch as it dries. Yeah, it looks like a slab of red paint. And just to finish it off, you scratch the glyph for the number 3 in the middle of the paint.
Cool. All right.
Looks good.
Well,
I'm pretty confident that looks great.
I think this will work. Are you ready? You probably, I mean, just act dumb, I guess.
Can do.
Oh, all right.
And you act like I'm property, which I don't think should be too hard for you to do either.
I don't.
No acting required.
I do actually lean in a little bit at that point. I do lean in a little bit at that point. I wouldn't see an animal treated the way that these people are here. I don't condone this. And then I'll head over.
Look,
I take that in pride.
I was going to say, from an Aelthi or a Vedan, that's almost the same as saying, I think you're a person. It's not far off it.
Yeah.
I would treat an animal like this.
I'd
didn't start amazingly well.
I would, I swear. You're like a nice dog.
I've got Parshendi friends. Yeah. You reckon Naveen's closer than she was before?
Am I?
I'll take progress where,
Hey, you're slowly chipping away there, Ztar. One day, Neivien will not hit you and go silent stool.
Perfectly the enemy of good here, so I'll at least be a little bit shocked that my, the general barbs I was throwing out there seem to have, stunk.
Yeah. You've made some progress here, Ztar. Incremental. tiny progress, but it's progress. Perfect. As you make your way over back towards the Tadazian, we're going to jump over with Hula. As you head on over to the 3 Horn-Eaters, the mum and her 2 sons, you watch as the youngest son notices you, nudges his brother and mother, who turn towards you, the mother stepping forward in front of her son and goes, in Unkalaki, I should specify, this entire conversation will be taking place in Unkalaki. They're not using the air-sick lowlander speech.
Of course.
Greetings. It is good to see one of the people here.
Yes, it's been a while since I've seen one of our own out here.
Actually,
sorry, just quickly, would I know from their clothing and whatnot
which clan they are?
Yeah, and if
they're not from your clan Hula. They're from a neighboring peak, but a clan that you are currently aligned with. I mean, look, I could do the pronunciation. in Unkalaki. You don't have beef with them. I could do the pronunciation Unkalaki, but we will be here for the rest of the night for the name of the clan. Just go through like a list of random syllables until you reach the...
Now that was semi-racist. More
Yes,
so
it
than the
was.
past.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because it's fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Welsh sounds like that. Come on, you know
No one
Welsh
said
sounds like that. The Welsh
It does.
sounds like that. I'm from Welsh stock. I'm allowed to say it. I've got Welsh friends, damn it. Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right.
Hula.
Sorry. It's good to see another one of us down here. Well, 3 in fact.
Yes, where are my manners? I am the morning risers over the swift peaks. These are my 2 boys. Say hello. You watch as they both give you a bit of a nod. Awkward teenagers, Hula. This is the best you can expect from them.
Little bow, best I got. I'll
You
introduce
can call me
myself.
Morning.
My name is. Well, do you want the full one or the?
You're speaking in
Translated
Unkalaki, my
version.
friend.
True. So it's either. Well, I mean, do you want Makahula Numa Turaka Akaruva Anama, or
How's
did
that
you
different
want?
from what I did earlier?
Well,
Nah,
mine's
say-
actually written down somewhere.
It is, that's true. I just made mine up on the spot. No, what? Give it as if it was translated, because you're all speaking Unkalaki.
Yes.
So that's they would hear the translation.
Mine is the one with who ate metal and broke his teeth. But you may call me Hula.
Indeed, I shall. It is good to meet with you, Hula. I see your clan colors you wear proudly. Are you with others of your clan, or are you here by yourself?
I'm here by myself at the moment. I've had to send my nephew back to the peaks to aid his father, who's fallen ill. So it's just me, and I've made friends with some lowlanders.
They are confusing down here. We struggle to understand what is going on with these war camps. We are looking for the boy's father, my husband. Ere sick lowlander he be now.
What makes you think he's in this area?
We have been following some leads, been doing an investigation to try and find him. And he was last seen inside this camp, apparently drinking and gambling. You watch, she looks towards her
Right.
boys and whispers to you, whoring. And gives you a very pointed look, Hula.
Well, not that that's my cup of tea, but in the interest of being helpful, I've heard of
I've got
this red
friends who
rocket.
go whoring. Yeah, sorry. Go.
I've heard talk of this Red Rocket pub.
What have you heard of?
The Red Rocket pub.
The what, sorry?
The Red Rocket pub.
You're really sure that's what it's called?
I know it's not, but for the interest of the whoring conversation, it is. Given it's a gambling whoring den.
I thought it was a Fallout reference. I was convinced that was a Fallout reference. I was like,
It just happens to work both ways.
just like Hula.
Funny.
Yeah, when he has to.
When he has to.
Well, yes, I'd probably just sort
Any
of
day that
mention
ends in a Y.
Yep. In this particular region, that's where one often has to go to gamble, given the Aelthi's opinion of the gambling art.
We did not know. We are looking for a place. Do you know the way? We are trying to find this place. We had heard of a street full of gambling and other things. She looks towards her sons again, giving you a bit of a look to say, like, let's minimize the talk of.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Would I know the direction to this based on the conversation earlier?
No, you guys don't actually know where it is yet. You just know that there is a place here by that name,
Well, I
the Red
thought-
Rock Bud.
I thought Alaran was like, oh yeah. But
He doesn't know
given
where
us
it is.
direct-
He just knows
he
there
just
is a
knows-
place here that matches that description. Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, so he wouldn't have been like in the northwest quadrant sort of thing or anything like that.
Just that it's in the south.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know the direct directions, but the name is the best I've got for you, unfortunately.
Oh, that is... look, we had heard tales of a street of gambling and vices and copious drinking. Not that there's anything wrong with copious drinking. It's the gambling that is the problem. Came down with his Numakaya, his bands, and did not go well. Not go well at all. All of them have been disbanded and sold off. And you're one of them. My brother's cousin. He is in a bridge crew. You have heard of this? Bridge crews.
Yeah, horrible thing to be in.
Not much I can do for him, unfortunately. Sadius's warcamp is a nasty place. But if I can find my husband, and that would be very good.
Yes, maybe one of you could gamble and win enough to win his freedom.
You watch as the eldest boy goes to say something, as if he's like, yeah, that's a great... And she just gives him a slap on the back of the head. Quiet, you, no. Well, I will not have my sons gambling away their freedom and selling themselves as indentured servants. Not when my husband has already done such a good job of that himself. No,
only an issue if you don't win.
Which is always the case with gambling. You never win. She looks very pointedly at her two sons and then looks at you, Hula.
Yeah. I'd probably pick up on the vibe at this point that she's not taking the jokes well, given the presence of the kids.
So, you said you are headed there yourself?
Yes, I was going to regroup with my friends and then we may head there later tonight. Not straight away.
You are looking for... You said you have sent your nephew back to the peaks. You are looking for someone else. I don't mean to pry, but is there something we can do to help you while we are looking for my no good husband?
I'm not particularly trusting of them at this point, and I know that putting them in the presence of, say, Ztar or a group of mismatched people wouldn't look great for my peak and my clan if they are sort of real. And then if they're trying to tag along in a dodgy way, I also wouldn't trust it too much.
It sounds like they're saying they're going to go on ahead to this place.
Yeah.
Did you want to come with them now, or did you... She'll clarify. We are going to try and find this place now. Keep asking these Aelthi. Are you better in this Aelthi language, this lowland? It is like talking with... It's like talking with a tongue that is numb, anesthetized. How do they talk like this? It's stupid language. Are you better with it? I must admit I am not so good with this Aelthi language.
Yes, all the weeks of the dull food and drink have made my tongue easier to move in their tongue.
Could you... would you be happy to help us ask for some directions, and then we can maybe go ahead if there's some... We could repay you with a bottle of Hornito White, buy you a drink for helping.
Hula's eyes would light up at the thought of that, and yeah, it'd be in. He'd want to probably gesture to someone else before he goes off by himself with 3 other people that he doesn't really know. Yeah,
again, you don't have to go too far with them. There's loads of people around. If you wanted to kind of like get a bit of a vibe for directions, you can absolutely do that and then just pass it on. The first people that you would see are a group of Aelthi, probably soldiers off duty from the looks of things. Hula, they look like they know their way around the camp. Young men, probably in their mid-20s, all out of uniform, but walking around with purpose, heading into the camp. Looks like they're heading down the main thoroughfare back towards the military section of the camp. Maybe they've been out for a bit, maybe they're coming back on duty. You're not sure, but they look like they know their way around. You can kind of see them all talking and laughing as they begin to walk through. They look like
they whore and gamble at the Red Rocket.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. These are your friends. As you look over towards them.
I recognize a few.
Yeah. But yeah, all young Aelthi men, low importance, light eyes, very approachable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would probably go over and be like, "Oh, my good sirs," try my best common tongue, obviously. We're looking for the Red Rock establishment.
You watch as 2 of the lads sort of look at each other. The older one kind of stepping forward. The Red Rock, bud?
That's the one.
Yeah, well, you're sort of in the right direction. You want to follow around the arc. Keep on the main pathway. I mean, you're going to be passing by a number of streets. Don't get off the main thoroughfare. Just stick on that right pathway. On your right-hand side, you're looking for a very large cutout section of the crater wall, covered in rock buds that have been painted red. Even a Horn-Eater couldn't miss it.
Okay, lucky there's 4 of us then, so we'll definitely catch it.
Yeah. He laughs. Clearly he was joking, and he realizes that joke might not have gone down well. As soon as you kind of join in, you watch as he laughs, a bit of a relieved kind of, oh, yeah. You'll be fine. Look, your first time?
Yes.
It's not the sort of establishment you can just kind of walk into. You got to know people.
I know people. I know lots of people.
Do you know the right people? He looks at you disbelievingly.
I would kind of think on whether I think Alaran is the right people here. And then I'd be like, probably not the right people in this context.
Yeah. Look, I just met you. I can't really give you a recommendation to get in, but just you look like a nice enough fellow. I think, look, just when you get there, ask for Nell. Yeah?
No. Can do. No, you say.
Yeah, just ask for Nell.
Yes. And if you ever need anything, good friends, just ask for Hula.
Look,
give him nothing else.
I'm not gonna lie. We've got an ongoing beef with some Asadius's fucks who come in. You're a big man. You look like you could bench a Chull.
Well, I don't know much about benching Charles, but I know stuff about hitting Sadius, man.
Great. Storming perfect. Look, what I want you to do, if you see any of Sadius's soldiers coming in here, can you just like really play up the Horn-Eater, don't know what's going on, just get in their face. It'll be a right laugh.
Into the Red Rock establishment, or just?
They won't be allowed in there. I'm just thinking in the streets.
Yes, well, I'll play it smart, but if I can find the opportunity, I will.
You know, you're all right, mate.
You too, friend. What was your name?
Look. You watch as he kind of pauses, considers it, and then holds out a hand to shake your hand.
And then Hula will just give the Hula, not the rest of it.
I'm Lariel, but yeah. Fuck. No, he wouldn't say fuck. When I say Ash's eyes, you got a strong grip.
Yeah, if you get that on the peak.
You know,
we can't say no.
You know, Aladar's not like the other. Aladar's not like the other high princes. We've got all sorts who come and join up. You look like you know your way around a blade. Yeah.
Yeah. More an axe, but it's the same thing.
Look, axe is still good. These raids that we're doing, the runs we're doing, the plateau runs. You look like you could like lift some heavy weights, crack a few skulls and some carapace.
Maybe in my younger days, but at the moment, I don't think the chasms are for me.
All right,
to the camps for now.
Suit yourself. Just if you were thinking, we accept all types. Aladar accepts all types.
Yes, well, I'll keep that in mind.
We've got a few Horn-Eaters.
Any? I wonder if I know any of them.
Maybe. I don't know the clan names.
Yeah, it's a bit hard with your tongue to really get your mind around it.
Stop putting so many syllables in your words, and maybe we'll figure it out.
All sentences have many syllables. Just think of it as a sentence.
He genuinely considers this for a moment, and then nods. No one's ever explained that to me how you just did. That makes perfect sense. Now I feel like an asshole.
No need to feel like an asshole among friends. You're just learning.
His mate goes, "'Cause you are an asshole," from behind him. He's like, yeah, all right, fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd probably try and separate away from them now. Got the name,
gives
got
you
the
a nod.
location.
Catches up with the rest of his friends, sort of jogging over to meet with them. You watch as the Horn-Eater woman and her two sons sort of move a bit closer. As they move back over towards you, watch as Larry will kind of pause and goes, "Nice misses!" and keeps jogging back to his friends. You watch as she kind of turns towards, goes, "I did not catch the last bit. What was he saying?"
He said, "Good luck at the pub."
You have directions. You know where to go?
Yeah, so he gave us this and he told us how we can get in there so we can be on the way and look for your husband.
Oh, thank you. Please, if you are welcome to come with us if you want. Otherwise, we will head there now. Anxious
I
to
might
find
wait for my band and meet you there. He also mentioned that a few Horn-Eaters have recently joined up their troops in the chasm fighting.
What?
So if you're unsuccessful with your husband there, you may be able to find him elsewhere.
Oh. He always wanted to find the shard blade. Talked about how he would rule over the peaks if he was able to claim one.
Yes, and I've thought of it myself in my younger days. I may have gone out there doing it myself, but I don't think it's wise at my
Foolish
age.
Kremling head. He has joined the army, hasn't he?
We don't know that yet. We'll check in at the tavern and see if he's got any connections.
Okay, if you share the directions with them, she will thank you very, very gratefully, promise you a bottle of Horn-Eater White before making her way down the main, down that right-hand thoroughfare, following the directions that you've given her.
Mm-hmm. I probably wouldn't tell her about Nell, but I'd give him the directions.
Okay, keeping that to yourself. That is good to know. Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, I think that is where we will wrap up for tonight. And we'll come back next week as we tease the rest of these threads out. Rav-eth and Hula kind of meeting up at the perfect time as Rav-eth finishes up inside the apothecary. Hula wrapping up with the Horn-Eaters. Ztar and Neivien. I love this risky play. This is excellent. I'm very excited to see how this plays out for you two. We will come back next week and see that in action. And is the episode title, I have a Parshendi friend? Is that our title for tonight? It feels like it should be.
That's pretty good.
Or could it be, am I allowed to say it if I'm singing along?
Yeah, that's also, it's a long title and it might go beyond what we're allowed to do for YouTube, but sure. We also have friends who are streamers, so we're going to try and find one of those friends to send you guys over to an raid if you're watching on Twitch. Seamless move on there. I'll get it uploaded up at the same time. Everybody who's watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast, thank you so much. We are very, very excited to have you guys join along. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, which is difficult to finagle at the best of times, and these are not the best of times. It is particularly shitty at the moment. While we are getting that loaded across, I'm so excited to see you guys all for Subnautica. That is going to be excellent for Subnautica 2. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the gameplay stuff that's come out, but it's so good. That is all I have for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. We are going to go and raid Take a Long Rest. They are doing their Enter the Feywild series, which sounds excellent. Let's get that raid across, and we will see you guys all again tomorrow night for Tales from the Yawning Portal, Wednesday night for Return of the Giants, and Monday night for more Cosmere Echoes of Honor. Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay well, and farewell for now. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.